Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video we are doing a get to know me type of video where I will be asking myself questions in order for you to get to know me. Here's the little dog jumping up trying to get the microphone. No. So I'm just going to be asking myself some questions. I don't know how many questions, we'll see how many we get to. Ask myself some questions for you to get to know me, see what I'm like, who I am really, and let's get straight into this. So the first question is, what is my name? My name is Callum. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know that. It's also the title of the channel, so I would have thought you'd known that. I grew up in the area that I'm living in now, which I'm not going to say where it is that I'm living, because that's just strange. Anyone could be a paedophile. The next question is, when did I finish school? So my primary school I finished 2018, and I started my secondary school in 2018 as well. And I only remember that because the password to the computer that I used to use it was 18C Pettit, and I always remember the 18 being the year that I started the school, so that's how I remember that. And I finished school, I can't remember what year it was now, but it was about 4 or 5 years ago roughly. So that's what I studied. What I studied in the school is mostly what everybody else studied: maths, English, science. Then I got to pick 2 subjects that I wanted to study as well. He wants to say hello. 2 subjects I got to choose, and then 1 subject I got to choose out of 2 options. So it was geography out of geography, history, and then I chose photography. Then I chose, what else did I choose? Design something, like woodwork. I did woodwork. I walked away from school with 1 GCSE, which was in photography. I got a 5 or a 6, can't remember. And you know what? But a lot of the teachers always said to me, if you don't do well in maths or English, you're not going to have a good job. You're not going to have a good career. And I truly don't believe that's true. And I'll tell you why in the later part of this video. What was I like as a kid? Now, a lot of my family described me as very energetic. If I was in a pram, they'd have to strap me down properly because I just wriggle out of the pram. I still to this day I can't sit still properly, and it's not caused any problems as of yet. But I am known as the rabbit at work, always bouncing around, always doing my job, but I'm always bouncing around. But yes, I was a very bouncy around child. We used to have a little radio. We used to have a little radio in the kitchen, in our kitchen. What the fuck? We used to have a little radio in the kitchen in our first house where I grew up. And every time I turned the radio on, I used to stand in the kitchen and I just used to dance around the kitchen with the music going. So I would say I was quite a jolly child. And my dad watches my videos, so he'll probably agree with that one as well. Did I always want to do what I'm doing now? No. The simple answer is just no. I did not see myself in the job I'm doing now, which obviously some of you will know, but I'll get back to that later on in today's video. I did not want to do the job I'm doing now. I had a completely different idea, which most kids do when they're younger. I wanted to be a teacher. No, I'm not doing what I wanted to do when I was younger now. And I think that's worked out good. From what I'm doing now and what I wanted to do, it's 2 different jobs, but I love what I'm doing now and I wouldn't change it for anything. I'm getting good progression in my job right now. And as I will say in the later part of this video, I have just been promoted, and I'll tell you what role I am in later on in the video, like I keep fucking saying. What is the first ever job I have ever had? And now, this job I first ever had was, I worked in retail. It was in a school shop, and literally people come in, they said to me or my colleagues, I need a blazer, socks, trousers and shoes. And they told me what school, but I worked in a school shop as a sales assistant, about 5 minutes away, 5-10 minutes away from where I am now. And it was an alright job, but I'd never, ever, ever go back to retail ever in my life. My friend in the place I work now, she did retail for 5 years in Tesco and she loved it. But I only did it for 3 months. It was on a 3-month contract and I absolutely hated it. I thought it was the worst thing in the world and the days just dragged on and on and on. And every now and then we'd have to go to an actual school, take all the stock with us, set it up and sell it. What is my favourite music artist at the moment? Now, this is new to me. He's been around for quite a while, but I'm going to his concert, as I said in a previous video, in April with my best friend Lucy. I'm going to his concert in April, and that is Alex Warren. It resonates with a lot of people, and that's why I love his music. What's a pet peeve I have? And I tell you this, my biggest pet peeve is when I'm FaceTiming someone and they'll get a call from someone else and they'll say, I'll call you back, and they don't call you back. You know who you are if you're watching this video. You know who you are. It really annoys me. Okay, so what is my current job at the moment? My current job at the moment, I have 2 jobs. Every other weekend, I work at a care home as a receptionist. I deal with paperwork, I deal with invoices, I deal with new patients coming in and taking the payments for their first month or week, whatever it is, whatever they're needing. That's what I do every other weekend. And then every week, at the moment, I am a receptionist for the NHS at a GP surgery. But starting from Monday next week, which won't make sense to you because this video comes out in like 3-4 weeks time, so next Monday I am starting my new job, still in the GP surgery, but I got promoted to a prescription administrator or something. But that job leads into training to be a pharmaceutical technician, which is brilliant because that will advance my career to where I can go and work in a hospital, and I could run a clinic to say doing asthma reviews, blood tests, taking people's blood pressure, stuff like that, which is good. So that's 3 years training. It can include a week in an actual... Sorry about that, I've received a telephone call. So as I was saying, it can include a week in an actual pharmacy and then maybe going to college once a year for 3 years. But all is in the future. We will figure all this stuff out as it comes. And I'm looking forward to this new journey. This year, I'm starting to try and live my life a little bit more. So going out, I went to my first show to the theatre with just my friend this year, which was the Adele tribute that came out 2 videos ago, which was a very short video, so I do apologise. But there are more videos coming that are better. Because I've upped my production, you see. I've got myself a gimbal. You're standing on the gimbal and the tripod. Laptops down the bottom with all the questions I want. Microphone and dogs. You can't ask more than dogs. So yeah, I'm trying to up the production of these videos. I'm trying to make them more interesting. I'm trying to be more in your face with the videos. Trying to be a bit louder. Because I watched a video that says you can talk in your normal voice, which is quite quiet, which you can tell the difference. This is my normal voice. But when you're speaking to the camera, you want to be louder. You want to show people that you're wanting to do this. So it is currently a Wednesday. I am at home. I've made some brownies, which I forgot to record, and I'm planning to do stuff more this year. So in July I'm going on holiday. Hopefully next year, then next year I'm going on a cruise, and then again next year I'm planning to go to Malaga, with my best friend, one of my best friends. Then the year after, I'm going to Disneyland. So yeah, and then also the year that I go to Disneyland, which is 2028, will hopefully be the year I go to Center Parcs as well with my friend for my 21st. Now, I did want to go to Orlando, Florida, but I looked at the prices and I thought, fuck that. So there you are. That's today's video. I hope you enjoyed. It was very quick. I'm trying to speak a lot quicker to you to get my point across and stop waffling so much. But there you are. That's today's video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.